the fact that I was wearing a blonde wig, sir.
Are you with the
What I'm
father of your
triggered about,
child?
when you want to speak about prioritizing, and
I want to
idolizing
speak about the
white
black
culture,
family. Are
let's
you
talk
with the
about the
father of your
fact that you're
child?
wearing a Peter Miller knockoff,
Wigs are not important. Are you with the father of your
a
child?
leather tufted couch to try to act like you are
Are
the
you with,
rich
this is not a
elite
couch, this
version
is
of
a
a white
chair.
man, and you
Are
want
you
to
the
talk to
father of,
me
are you
about
with the father of your
prioritizing and
child?
idolizing white culture, sir.
Here's a funny
I
thing.
think
You're
for a
talking
living.
about my chair. You're talking about
What
I'm
I
bald.
want to
That's
tell you
cool.
is when
But
you
the
live
most
in
important thing is
correct,
family. Are
because
you
you
with the
don't
father of
have
your
hair on your
child?
head. You
I
don't
can
have hair
change
on your
chairs.
head.
I can change
I
chairs.
have more hair
Are
than
you with
your
the father of
entire
your
family.
child?
This is modern black discourse in one clip. Man asking about family. She arguing about furniture and follicles. You cannot make this up.
Oouchie and friends. Oouchie and friends.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Oouchie, saying the things everybody's thinking but scared to say out loud, especially in the black community. Today we reacting to a Lapeef Network panel. You got the saint and sinner on one side, pretty intellectual on the other, and this thing turns into a full-blown Twitter argument with Wi-Fi on live. She calling him xenophobic, anti-African, mad about a blonde wig from last week, and then when he asks a simple question about family structure, she ducking, dodging, calling him bald and talking about his chair. I'm about to break this whole thing down. No fluff, no savior, just accountability. I'm leaning more on the men's side here, but I'm still calling out foolishness wherever it's at. Let's get into it.
I disagree with True and I disagree with Saint, because I disagree that it's not relevant to bring up his culture or where he's from as he's speaking, because he's quite literally speaking from a place of ignorance. And that's the main thing. If ignorance is your driver, that's going to be problematic. If you don't approach a culture with curiosity and you believe you know more about that culture, especially what you've learned from YT people and YT media or white media, you are going to have an issue. You're going to come off as tone deaf. You're going to come off as ignorant, which is exactly what he did. As I said, he contradicted himself in his exact statement. But what I also disagree with is you can't call it disparaging if that's quite literally what you're doing. You're disparaging them. You said they're irrelevant and then relevant at the same time. You said they have no resources, but yet you enjoy the country. Like, it is this back and
No,
forth.
that's incorrect. You just misstated that. You said I said they're irrelevant and relevant at the same time. You'd have to clarify that.
Let me finish though. Thank you. Anyways, so you are contradicting yourself by saying it's not to disparage them. I love that. No. You are disparaging them, because what people do when they're typically xenophobic is you're the nice ones. But as soon as somebody makes me upset, I'm going to throw out every single xenophobic trope there is to throw out in order to offend you. And that is quite literally what you're doing, while also saying I have black friends like the YT people do. So it's not, that is what you're doing, sir. So let's just call a spade a spade. If you want to disparage them this whole time, disparage them, but don't say you're not doing it while we see and hear you doing it. That's not honest.
All right, pause it right there. Shorty comes in hot like a think piece with legs. Xenophobic, white media, ignorance, tone deaf. She sound like a stitched TikTok thread, not a grown conversation. Let's be real. A lot of y'all got podcast vocabulary with middle school comprehension. If you can't explain the word you just threw, you not intellectual. You just performing smart. She accusing him of speaking from ignorance. But watch the pattern. She assigns motive. You learned from white media. She labels him xenophobic. She never proves it. She just feelings her way through. That's TikTok logic. I feel offended, so you must be an ist or a phobic. And notice how fast she jumps to white people as the source of his thinking. Sis, sometimes black men are just disagreeing with you, not secretly channeling Fox News.
Let's get into it. So you said xenophobic. What does xenophobic mean?
Finish up real quick by saying
Oh, because you took a break. I thought you were finished. My
another thing
apologies.
that's included in culture is hair. So whether or not I have it black, blonde, blue, purple, green, it's mine. And I'm going to do it with what I please. What's funny is you sat here today saying we have a dominant culture, while just last week you wanted to shame the fact that I had a blonde wig on my head. I will have every color on my head, and you don't get to tell me how black I am.
She said, hair is culture. I'll have every color on my head, and you don't get to tell me how black I am, ma'am. Nobody's saying you not black. What he's saying, clumsily but not wrong, is what you put on your head is a billboard for how you see yourself. You can't spend all day on the internet yelling, black hair is political, my fro is resistance. And then when a man says, hey, why you imitating the same people you say oppressed you? Suddenly it's just hair, stop policing me. Pick one. Do I think every wig is self-hate? Nah. Do I think some of y'all hide behind self-expression so nobody can question the insecurity under it? Absolutely. And the crazy part, he wasn't even talking about her by name. She held on to that clip for a week like it was a court case. That's not intellectual. That's grudge baby behavior.
I see you're offended from last week. Now
Oh,
this
yes,
makes sense
I am.
why you're
And I'm glad I was here to address you because you said it while I was not on the panel. So
Very
yeah,
good.
I'm to address you now that
you're offended from last week. That's extraordinary. I hate that you were angry for. You just said that you'd stop talking. You just said you would stop talking. Thank you very much. It's a shame that you had to be angry for an entire week. Next time you can DM me on IG. We can get that out. I don't want you to be mad for that long. Now, with regards to you having a blonde wig, I didn't address you directly because I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about an archetype, which is to say that our woman is so lost that she imitates the racial features of another group. It's really an embarrassment. And that's why we have to get you guys under control. You cannot be black while wearing the racial features of Europeans. You're a Negropean, and it's bad. And that's why I have to address it. Now, I didn't talk directly to you because you don't matter. You see, you're representing something that is very common. So I spoke to the behavior. I wasn't there to insult you, but clearly you took it personally. And it was not intended because you're lost. We can't fix you. But what we can do is we can deal with the young women and teach them that you are so extraordinary as a black human being that you can do something no other woman can do. When your hair grows, it grows up toward the sun with life. It doesn't fall dead and dangle down like the Caucasians. You can do something no other woman can do, yet you choose to imitate them as though they are your superior. Who are they to imitate? No one. So when you defend the fact that you would like to damage your hair with heating treatments or with chemicals, no, I don't think it's good that you use those toxic chemicals. And I'm going to tell you to love yourself. And it's with the love that I give you that you react with anger, holding on to what has been pushed into you through colonialism and enslavement. And that's why you rage against me. You're the best example of an unruly, angry black woman who rages against the very man that she says she wants to protect her and lead her. Oh, now, God. There's that piece. Now I'm going to carry on to address your piece about culture. You mentioned xenophobic. Would you define that word real quick?
You got the definition, darling. Continue.
I just asked you politely.
No, I won't do labor for you. You can do it.
You just used the word. I just want to make sure we have a similar understanding. Would you mind defining xenophobic? I'm asking a word that you used. I'm just asking you to define it so we can make sure we're having the same conversation.
You can define it for yourself.
I see. So this is the immaturity. And this is the unruly nature. We're supposed to be having a conversation. Just to make sure that we're having the same conversation, I asked you to define the word because I had an eerie feeling that perhaps you misuse the word or misunderstand the word. And if that's the case, then that's why you would misunderstand what I'm saying.
How about you define it? Let's see.
One second. When you confront me with so much anger and viciousness,
no, you interrupted.
Yet you're not confident enough to define the words that you use.
While I was talking, so I made sure you understood.
You're interrupting right now. May I complete a sentence?
No, I'm just pointing out the way you interrupted me.
May I complete a sentence? Thank you. I'm just pointing out that you're so confident, yet not confident enough to define a word that you used.
Bruh, that whole "I won't do labor for you, you can Google it" line is exactly what I mean when I talk about fake deep internet feminism. You throw a heavy word on somebody's name, get challenged, and instead of backing it up, you hide behind emotional labor like it's a shield. If you really believed he was xenophobic, you'd be happy to define it, show how it applies, and walk everybody through it. But she can't, so she pivots to attitude. You can define it for yourself, darling. That's not power, that's deflection. You not protecting your peace, you protecting the fact that you didn't think that far. And side note, men, pay attention. This is exactly how arguments go left in relationships. You ask a clear question, you get word salads, tone, and no direct answer.
And this is a clear expose. You sat there, you saw me on the panel. You're like, I'm gonna get my revenge because he mentioned black women wearing white women's hair. I mean, that's not even the current topic. So already we see that you're engaged on something else. But I like this topic because this is an important thing to deal with. And we have to deal with the fact that a lot of you behave like animals. And no, I won't stand for it. And I'll continue saying exactly what I said. And I mean every bit of it. And you're a lost female. And are you married? Are you married to the father of your child?
Oh, you think I'm going to answer your questions about my personal life?
I'll answer the same question. The reason you won't answer it is due to shame. My grandmother always said, when you feel ashamed, you have to hide. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. If you ask me, Marquett, are you with the mother? Are you with the mother of your children? I'm just asking you politely. You can say yes or no. You can say yes or no.
Let me make myself very, very clear.
Why won't you answer the question?
Are
you ashamed?
When someone intends,
you're ashamed. That's a pity.
To a point to where they quite literally paused their substream of our mainstream while they were supposed to be listening to the white woman being anti-black to speak about the wig. So no chemicals involved. I had on my head for 10 minutes of your stream to the point where you did not even finish streaming because you went into speaking about every single aboriginals and all the archetypes of people with blonde hair and how black
are you with the father of your child?
All of this and that.
Are you with the father of your child?
You were a little bit triggered by the fact that I was wearing a blonde wig, sir.
Are you with the father of your child?
You want to speak about prioritizing, and
I want to speak about the black family. Are you with the father of your child?
Wearing a Peter Miller knockoff.
Wigs are not important. Are you with the father of your child?
Leather tufted couch. You try to act like you are.
Are you with? This is not a couch. This is a chair. Are you the father of? Are you with the father of your child?
Idolizing white culture, sir.
Here's a funny thing. You're talking about my chair. You're talking about I'm bald. That's cool. But the most important thing is family. Are you with the father of your child? I can change chairs. I can change chairs. Are you with the father of your child?
Your entire bloodline, all your children and your wife combined.
Are you with the father of your child?
What I want to tell you is next time you want to come for me, make sure
you don't have to, I'm not coming for you. Just calm down. Are you with the father of your child?
For 10 minutes.
Are you with the father of your child?
My hair.
Are you with the father of your child?
Time and money speaking about my hair than
are you with the father of your child? That's all I'm asking.
Let me go ahead and say this.
Why won't you just say simply yes or no? Why are you so ashamed?
Labor on your own.
I'll answer any question that you ask me. Can we be honest here? You're ashamed.
Xenophobia on your own.
You're ashamed.
By yourself.
You don't care about any of the things you said. You don't care about me being bald. You don't care about my couch.
Saint and Pretty, if y'all don't mind, right? We just want to move it forward, right? So I think
Saint is locked in on one question. Are you with the father of your child? That's it. Not, are you worthy? Are you human? Just, what does your family situation actually look like? And watch what happens. Instead of yes, no, she goes to his chair, his bald head, his suit, calling him a knockoff white man. Everything except the truth. That's classic deflection when you low-key know the answer confirms his point. Look, in our community, family structure is not some small side note. Whether you like Saint or not, that's a fair question. You loud on culture, loud on black women this, black women that, loud on how men idolize white culture. Cool, but what does your house look like? Because the hardest dissertation is how you raise your kid, not how many syllables you can fit in xenophobic. And this is where I lean more toward the men. He talking family, leadership, structure. She's talking wigs, chairs, and vibes. Even if you think he's too harsh, he at least stayed on the core issue. What's your life actually producing? She stayed on. You triggered by my hair. You idolize white culture. Your furniture fake. One of those conversations builds legacy. The other one builds views and nothing else.
That question won't be answered, Saint, but if I read the definition of xenophobia, can you respond to that and then get a response to true?
No, sir. I'll tell you why. Because you're not the one who used the word xenophobia. She's the one who used the word xenophobia. And if we're being honest here, if someone uses a word and a person engaging in dialogue says define the word, it's completely valid. Because I'm making an effort to understand you. But it's in her anger that she refuses to define the very word that she used. And what I'm explaining to her is that the behavior I'm observing from her is that of an unruly black woman. And it does not come from this conversation. It comes. Why are you interrupting? Ma'am, calm down.
Pretty, let him just finish, and then you can get an unadulterated response. And then we gotta move forward.
So angry. So very angry.
Just condense it real quick, and then we'll get her.
That's why I know that you're not with the father of your child because of this behavior. And that's why you're scared to say, no, Marquett, I'm not with the father of your child, because you're only going to validate that everything I say is accurate. You're living the unfortunate archetype that I've pointed out, whereas I'm living at the level that I represent. You can talk about my chair. You can talk about my custom handmade suit. But I'm talking about family. I'm talking about your family. The truth of your family is sad. My chair can be very sad. I'll just go get a new chair. But the truth of your broken family is very sad. And the fact that you're so ashamed of your bad behavior, you won't tell the truth. You're scared of the truth.
Go ahead.
Answer. Are you with the father of your child?
Your family.
No, don't try to flip it. It's too late. We've already heard you ignore the question. Go ahead, answer. Go ahead.
It's safe to say you're not going to answer that question. You're not going to define xenophobia, right? And
I'll answer the question though. If she answers, I'll answer.
Okay. So this part.
Why is she scared of the truth? How could you trust someone who doesn't like the truth?
Because saying we just a little bit off topic, right? So I think this topic has so much value. We just want to make sure can redirect, you know?
So let me land this plane. On one side, you got a dude who might be harsh, might be arrogant, but is actually asking real questions about culture, family, and behavior. On the other side, you got a woman who came in snarky, threw out xenophobic and white media, refused to define her own word, and dodged a simple family question by roasting a man's hairline and home decor. That's not pretty intellectual. That's pretty emotional, underdeveloped critical thinking. Final verdict? This whole clip is exactly why a lot of black men are checking out of these conversations. You can't build nothing when every time you touch accountability, somebody screams, "You're phobic, you hate women, you triggered by my wig." Nah, sometimes we just tired of the attitude with no results. All right, I'm done cooking. Drop in the comments, who was the biggest walking red flag in this video? Saint, Pretty, or the whole panel culture? If you rock with this kind of breakdown, like the video, hit subscribe, and share this with one friend who loves these Lapeef debates, but low-key scared to say what they really think. It's your boy Oouchie, saying the things everybody's thinking, but scared to say out loud. I'll see you in the next one.
007 on the beat like James Bond. Super high on life, eyes low like Cheech and Chong. Footprint big on the groove, King Kong. All this fashion, how I match it, I'm on. So them ones now watch me show. So them ones now watch me show. 007 on the beat like James Bond. Super high on life, eyes low like Cheech and Chong. Footprint big on the groove, King Kong. All this fashion, how I